Hi, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about encapsulation. What is encapsulation and why do we need to use them? So far, while we were discussing different coding exercises for classes, we were using public attributes, let's say public variables in the class. But there are two other types of attributes in classes in Python. The first one was the public attributes that we already used. There are two others. The second one is protected attributes and private attributes. What are they and why do we need to use them? So we use encapsulation because of data hiding. It prevents direct modification of variables, which protects object integrity. Also, it ensures that the data is not modified accidentally. And we provide getter and setter functions, or let's say methods, to control how data is accessed or modified. For example, in C++, when we would like to talk about attributes, we are going to have public, protected, and private. If you're familiar with C++, you know that we use these keywords in order to talk about different attributes in one class. However, in Python, the story is a bit different. So if we want to have a public attribute, we simply type down the name of the attribute and it is accessible from anywhere. And so far, you saw that we were simply typing down the name of the variables and they were declared to be public attributes in Python. So we could access them from anywhere in the code. However, if we would like to have, for example, a protected attribute, we need to have underscore and then the name of the variable or the name of the attribute. So it is indicated by a single underscore, and it's a convention that suggests the variable should not be accessed directly, but it is still accessible. We're going to go through all these details in the coding exercises in the following videos. Then, if we would like to have private attributes, we are going to have two underscores, let's say double underscore, and we in Python we perform name muggling or that make it difficult to access these private attributes directly outside of the class. And if I want to make a summary table for you regarding these three attributes, we can say modifier is public, protected, and private. The way that the syntax work is we have self dot the name of the variable. Let's say var is the name of the variable. So when we type down simply the name of the variable, it's public. When we have one underscore, it's protected. And when we are having two underscore, or let's say a double underscore, it's a private. So regarding the access from outside of the class, the public one, yes. The protected one, also yes, but it's not recommended. And the private attributes are not accessible outside of the class unless we are using name muggling that we are going to talk about it later. And access for subclasses. So subclasses are the discussion of the inheritance that we are going to learn in the following videos. But for the moment, just know that for public and protected variables or attributes, it is possible to use them in subclasses. However, for private attributes, it's not possible. We're going to review this again when we're talking about subclasses and inheritance in Python. And direct modification, is it recommended for public attributes? Yes. For protected, no. And for private, it's not possible. So this is a summary of how these three attributes work in Python. In the following videos, we're going to dive deeper into concept of these three attributes and provide coding exercises so we can see how practically we can work with these three attributes. Thank you for watching.